All right.
Hello. Hey, Alma Jo Cobb Holtz, class of '84, my teammate and friend. Alma, aka AJ, is an Army Hall of Fame class of 2007 in two sports, basketball and track and field. Thanks for meeting with me today as we celebrate the updated edition of Hoops and Heroes, the history of our basketball program. Welcome, AJ.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
It's always good to see you. But just curious, we have a lot of questions, a few questions for you, and would love to just hear how things are going for you and
Okay.
how West Point and basketball has been a part of your life. But let's just kick it off with a question. What does it mean to you to be a West Point alumni and former basketball player?
What does it mean to me to be a West Point alumni and former basketball player?
Yep.
Um, uh, Gosh, I don't want to sound so cliche. Um, I I think about all the decisions that we all make that change our lives. And going to West Point changed my life incredibly. I think about where my parents, what they were going through, being of a certain color and being in a certain region of the United States, and how their opportunities were limited, and for what they could do, and uh, and I was kind of on that path as well. I think that if I hadn't gone to the academy, I think that I probably would have, been wouldn't I don't know if I would have achieved a college education. I don't know if I would have had confidence to do the things I've done. Definitely would have met my husband, 38 years, Sam. But it I'm in this position now with the city and county of Broomfield as a water resources planner, and the people I work with are just awesome, and they uh, keep mentioning my West Point background. This is a West Pointer. She's a West Pointer. She's gonna get it. So I've already got this street cred for being a West Pointer that I'm gonna get things done, and I'm gonna be organized, and I'm gonna be trustworthy, and all that. So I I I it totally has changed my life. I'm living a lifestyle that um like like the house I grew up in, we made fires with coal, and we didn't have central heat and air, didn't have a washer and dryer, didn't have a uh, didn't, own three pairs of pants and five shirts, and uh, trying to just get through life, and an education, and a good education, and from a solid college has opened up so many opportunities. And we've got to travel and have a wonderful family, and been able to provide and make sure that my son and my family are safe, and financially set. So I know I'm babbling a lot, but it's been I I don't know what my life had been if I hadn't graduated from the academy.
You are definitely not babbling. I think it's a beautiful response to the question. And I think in the book, when you were interviewed for the Hoops and Heroes book, I think that I recall your first trip out of East Tennessee was actually to visit West Point when you were
Correct.
visiting,
Yes.
which to me, I think speaks to how small your world was.
Yes.
Is that true?
That is. I've never, the first time I left the state of Tennessee was flying to West Point in 1979. I think it was. Yeah. Never been on my first time on a plane. I guess everybody could say that. I was 18 at the time, first time on a plane. Um, the farthest I ever been was Nashville on going to on bus trips to go to state tournaments in basketball and track. So, yeah, just and then the other part of it too, there's a sports element to this, to answer your other question. There was a coach Miss Sally Bacon, who approached me when I was in seventh grade and asked me to play basketball. And she was very tenacious about it. And she actually met with my mom because my mom was afraid of things happening to me because of what happened to her. And Miss Bacon assured me that I would get home, that I wasn't going, that I would be safe. And so my mom agreed to let me play. And again, that's that half court ball that was what that was half court ball back then. But if Miss Sally Bacon hadn't um, been persistent and assured my mom about my safety, I don't I don't know if I would have played any type of sport. So just and learn and being part of a team and learning how to play and just doing all those drills that we did with ball handling and I don't know if anybody kept any tapes of those games from seventh or eighth grade. They were probably pretty bad.
Hey, everybody has to start at some point. And
Yeah,
AJ, I've known you for over 40 years, and I've
yeah,
heard about Miss Sally Bacon before, just another
yeah,
important person that played a fantastic role in your life. And
right.
it's just amazing. I just keep learning more and more about you. Well, and talking about basketball and basketball at West Point, um, do you have a favorite memory from your time, your 4 years playing basketball, or a favorite tradition or ritual associated
Oh,
with the team that you would like to, that kind of rises to the top?
I think it has to be the senior year where Um, we beat Navy. We beat the Tar of the Navy. I think we were 25-3. I still remember us playing in the field house and that brochure that I think Maddie Salvani put together, where we're all running out and Pam Pearson's running out and everybody's smacking our hands. And that was the first time I don't think we had any doubt that we were going to beat Navy. We were going to cream them. We just were that good
Hmm.
and trying and we all had different skill sets and we
Hmm.
all were just we knew each other. Like Sam remembers my husband, the stories about like, yeah, I would drive and Jenny knew that either I was going to shoot a layup or I was going to hit her on the side or Pam was going to cut down. We knew how to move, we knew how to play. It wasn't We reached a point where we just weren't running the play. We were
Hmm.
common sensing basketball,
Hmm.
and the play was just a guideline. And it wasn't like, okay, I got to stand here and do this and do this. It was like, no, it created opportunity, and you took the opportunity that was there. So if it was the open shot from the free throw line, you did it. If it was layup, you took it. If it was a swing out, you did it. And I like that. I I like being on strong teams at work and I'm on a great one right now where it's like, okay, these everybody has their skill sets, but everybody helps each other and everybody backs up each other and it it works. And so
We did
uh,
meld incredibly well together. And
yes.
I think when you're not doing that robotic, well, I've got to do this points, step A,
Yeah,
B, C, it does give you
right,
opportunities to fill the
right,
court space. I
right.
thought that that was awesome. I thought you might say that warming up to the Prince tape
Oh,
was a
good.
favorite
That
ritual.
too.
As Vershies, remember we allowed the team to, we
Oh
warmed
my
up to Prince,
God, that's
little
right.
quartet. You remember that? That pumped us up though, didn't it?
That did pump us up. I'm trying to think. I remember lots of times putting warm-up tapes together, but no one liked what I put together. They wanted Prince, so we just played the
That was
first four songs on the Prince
it,
1999 album.
in 1999. It was awesome. So
That's right. Oh my God.
yeah,
I do like to add too that it's not just that the offense, it was the defense as well.
100%.
My husband and I can't watch basketball games, professional games, because no one plays defense and no one runs a play. They all just stand around. And I remember uh, when I was helping my husband coach or I was taking stats, it was always like talk on defense. And we yelled, we screamed, we talked, we helped each other out. We did all that. And I don't know if that's taught anymore. I don't know. It, I don't know. It was great playing the team defense and knowing that if I got beat, someone was behind me, or if
Mhm.
someone else got beat, I was going to help them out. Um, always boxing out. I was
Yeah.
always afraid of getting yelled at for not boxing out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we were fundamentally sound.
You were, and defense
Yeah,
was. I'm not sure you were beat very often by your the offensive player you're defending, but I know I was beat a lot. So thank you for being back
yeah,
there
yeah,
to defend for me when
yeah.
I was blown away.
With that said, I wish I could change. I found out a lot. So
Hey,
I need to get lower, move my feet better, shuffle a bit, and things. But
you got your money's worth by the time you committed that fifth foul. You got your money's worth for
I
sure.
hope so.
So,
I hope
um,
that's a good way of looking at it.
100%. Alma Jo, how has your definition of success evolved since your time as a college athlete? This may kind of wrap back into what you started out saying about where you came from and
Yeah.
whatnot. But how has your definition of success evolved since your time as a college athlete?
Well, it took me a bit to learn. Like I had several positions. It took me a while to find out what I'm really good at and comfortable at. But it's the, and it's a cliche. Find something you love to do, and it's not work, and you'll be good at it.
Mm,
So, I'm the person in the organization. I'm the analyst. I'm the business. I put all the numbers together. I look all the patterns. I make predictions. I forecast, and um, I'm the organizer. Believe it, Sam would not agree with that. He was like, you should see you see our house right now." But I I think that's West Point helped me, and I think it kind of aligned with my strengths. Like I just like I uh I wasn't it's not about having a lot of money. It's not about having a lot of things. It's about, are you happy with what you're doing and are you helping people?
mhm,
Like one of the things I get jealous of my husband with, he was a coach and a teacher in Arizona for almost 20 years. And his players who graduated 2003 and on, they'll call him up, want to
mhm,
visit, want to talk, ask for advice, and it's like, oh my God, you have, and it's like they look up to you, they remember you and how you help them. You help them to be better people. You help them to sort out issues. You help them to be leaders and good teammates. And um, you know, I I I'm not so much driven by personal success. I'm not trying to uh get the trophy or the certificate for doing something. I just want to make sure that if I'm giving a list of things to do or I'm giving projects, I want to make sure that define them. What do you need? What don't you need? What does success look like? When do you need it by? Can I get with you on these dates to make sure I'm on track? And some people are like, wow, you're very organized. And it's like, no, that's what I learned at the
mhm,
academy.
mhm,
You've got to, I just can't go out here willy-nilly. I've got to make sure I understand what you want and what you don't want. So, but I'm having a ball. I I like being in the details. I like
mhm,
looking at millions of lines of data. I like looking at patterns and picking out things. And a lot of people don't like doing that.
mhm.
And so I found my niche with that. And I think the attention to detail at West Point, I tell people like, yeah, you got to put your toothbrush this way. And I still fold my underwear. I still fold Sam's underwear. I still put the stuff in the drawers like we did at West Point. And Sam just quit fighting me on it. It's like, I said, didn't you do that in the Army? He goes, yeah, but I don't want to do that anymore.
I
I said,
understand.
I said
Understand.
someone's gonna come and look at my drawers and I'm gonna get written up because my underwear's not in the right place and my handkerchiefs aren't folded right and things. So
Hey, there're just some things that stick with us,
it does.
and you just want to keep doing it. And you just, of course, with Roy, he does his underwear the same way.
Yep.
I say, well, now I don't have to do it, so I just throw it all in my underwear drawer. So
Oh no, 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 you're gonna get written
I
up.
know, I know.
My medicine cabinet's in descending order. My books are in descending order. It doesn't leave you.
No, it doesn't. It
It's
does
and
not.
it makes it um what else do I do? It just oh I don't know. It's uh let's see, the organization, the asking questions, uh, I'll go to my boss and I'll say, we got this problem, we got this issue, but I'm going to bring you solutions too. I'm not just going to like dump it on you.
Hmm.
And it's like in the military intelligence, we put together the scenarios and we would present them to the commanding officers, and then we would make our recommendations on based on the situation what to do. And so I learned too that like, hey, I'm not going to just come with you with the issue. I'm going to tell you, give you some
Hmm.
options, and I'm going to make a recommendation. And so I it helps me to I think it helps me with being a good teammate. Like Alma's just not a whiner. Alma's going to say, look, this is a problem. This has happened several times before. I think we need to do this or do this or do this. What do you think?
Well,
So,
I do think success breeds success, confidence, success breeds, additional
right.
confidence, which sets itself up for the next project and stuff. But
Yeah.
Um, Alma, I appreciate your time today, and
Oh,
thanks
wow.
for just your insight and to some of these questions that we have for you. I know for me, I feel very proud to be like a stepping stone of the Army West Point women's basketball program,
Oh,
and I
okay.
would imagine you feel the same, right?
I do. I get a D minus though for not staying in touch more. And life, you let life just take you, and it's like, oh God, it's October already. And,
Life is
and all the
busy.
things I was supposed to be doing, and I'm gonna write more, and I'm gonna read more, and I'm gonna call people more, and I'm gonna be in contact more. And it's like, God, it's just
Um, you do a great job, and I'm glad you're still in my life, and glad that we met so many years ago. So,
yeah.
but thank you so much, Alma. It's a
Oh,
pleasure to
thank you,
interview
Melody.
you, and we'll see you hopefully next year sometime. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I one more other thing. Pam Prentice,